Well, that's me proven wrong. Now, if you've been following this channel since I first started talking about Resident Evil 4, you know I stated that a nitpick, or a negative if you will, was comparing it to the original. I said, when you shoot an enemy in the head, why do they not stagger straight away and give me an opening for the melee strikes? And I was like, I just don't like the fact that sometimes, bear in mind I was playing hardcore at the time, that you got to shoot them so many times in different positions to get these kind of moves off, and I'm just like, this is super irritating. Why don't they just make it so it's reliable, man? Because in the original it really was reliable. You knew the mechanic worked, you knew if you made the shot you got your strike, which means you could kind of like keep distance with certain things, you know what I mean? Like if there was many enemies around you, you could get the kick off, it'll just spread them out. You could rely on things like that, but in the remake, nah, you can't rely on stuff like that. It's just like, it just doesn't work that way. And now we know why. Because it lets you do it in Mercenaries mode. Every time you shoot something in the head or shoot it in the kneecap correctly, they drop down, they let you the stagger, they let you give the opening for the melee strike or the knife, depending on if you're behind them and whatnot. And it's a very, very overpowered and badly designed mechanic for what would be in the campaign. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work in Mercenaries. Mercenaries so arcadey that it kind of fits. It works really well here. But it just proves that the devs knew what they were doing in the first place, and I didn't have a fucking clue what I was talking about. Because if this was in the main game, wow, it would cheapen the experience. It would be so action-packed, so overpowered, so fast-paced that you'd just like... People make the argument whether this game's going too far as like action horror games are going. But if they did that, even I'd be on the side of like, that is too far. I'm so glad the devs knew what they were doing and I didn't have a fucking clue what I was talking about. It feels good to be wrong. It does. That nitpick, that negative, get that shit out of here. Irrelevant. Never bring that up in my presence ever again. I didn't say shit. I think there was some people on that video making that comment, being like, you know what, if you could do that, the game would be so easy. And honestly, it would be. It would be such a joke. But that being said, the mechanic in Mercenaries letting you do that, and how fast paced it is with enemies like swarming you, how you've got these like power moves, and each character controls differently. Sure, you've only got 3 maps, but that's just for the time being, surely. Or is it? I'm a bit worried about the maps. We know more characters are coming, but with the actual like gameplay of Resident Evil 4, and you made it a little bit more arcadey with the Mercenaries, this might be the, although it's 100% the best gameplay Mercenaries has ever had, because this is the best gameplay Resident Evil's ever had. The gameplay is just, honestly, it blows my mind how fun it is to play Resident Evil 4. It's so fun. It never gets old. You don't realise how some of the mechanics have just like ruined other games as well. It's that damn good. It is. And just putting it into this, it's just so much fun. But like I said, there is the Mercenaries of Resident Evil 5 where it's got like co-op, way more characters, way more maps. Sure, the gameplay isn't as good. It's still good though. Resident Evil 5 still got some of the best gameplay, so I still stand by the fact that that's probably still the best Mercenaries mode. But what was if this gets updated like crazy and we get like way more maps, way more characters? What was if they did give us co-op? What was if later down the line they were like, you can have some co-op? I guess it would take, obviously that would be paid for DLC. Let's be real here. It would take some like, I don't know, some big social media push to be like, Mercenaries is like really fun, like everyone's playing it. But I'd imagine this is just like a gimmicky mode that some of us hardcore fans are going to play, but for the most part people aren't going to really touch it, so it's not going to really take off, so there's no reason to kind of like overblow it like that. But like I said, this Mercenaries mode is superb. It proves me wrong. It does. So that negative, that nitpick that I would call it now, it's not even that anymore, because like I said, it just wouldn't work. It really wouldn't work in the way this game plays. But it works in Mercs. And Mercs is so much fun. It really is. Something I don't like what they've done, to just talk about the Mercenaries update, is I don't like the fact that they've made it so easy to get the hand cannon. I worked so hard to get that hand cannon, and now people just get an S rank in every map, and you just get that hand cannon so easily. Oh man, that sucks. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much. Maybe back in the day I would have been really pissed off about it, because it's kind of like, I used to really love trophies and achievements. I get what I like now. I don't aim to get them all, because it's just kind of like, I feel like a lot of achievements and trophies are just a big waste of time. And a lot of the time they ruin the game you're playing. They really do. Because, for example, I could have done if I just wanted the achievement for professional, I could have used like the Chicago Sweeper. I could have put Ashley in a knight outfit. I could have used the primal knife. There's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. I could have flew through that shit. And I mean, now you don't even need to do that. You don't. You can run through professional with an infinite ammo rocket launcher, because that's the only requirement for the achievements now. It is. There's really... Then again, that's... Yeah, no, that is true, because if you get your A rank in that, yeah, you've got the Chicago Sweeper. There is literally no reason to touch Pro on a clean, fresh playthrough anymore. Not to mention they've added in these microtransactions that have made things like way easier to deal with now. So S ranks on standard and hardcore. Just buy a exclusive ticket into the Chicago Sweeper or the hand cannon, you've got yourself infinite ammo. Right from the bat. Well, not right from the bat, because you don't have access to the merchant. But you get my point. If you get to, like... Is it chapter 2? Yeah, get chapter 2. So you've got one chapter to play, like, legitimately. And obviously it's only on hardcore and standard. It'll be easy. So after that, you've got infinite ammo. You can just kind of, like, run through the game and just dominate it. There'd be no reason to, like, pick up ammo. You don't even be picking up health. No reason to touch any money anymore. It'd just be, honestly, really easy. So they've kind of cheapened the experience if you're a trophy hunter in a way. They've made it way too easy for you, but maybe some of you like easy, so enjoy. But as far as like playing the game, Mercenaries is a ton of fun. It is. I'd recommend everyone give it a go. It's way better than that one that was on Village. It's probably like I said, the second best Mercs mode. I'd love to say it was the first, because the gameplay is all that matters really, but it is just like, there's not enough maps and characters, man. Like, after you've used certain characters, it's kind of like, you're going to find the character you like using anyway with Mercenaries and usually stick with them. For me, it's Leon. Leon is the most, like, he's basic, but he feels balanced. It feels still like a little bit of a challenge, you know what I mean? Because obviously you're relying on a pistol most of the time. Krauser uses a knife, so I really don't like using him. I do like the bow, but the bow's so slow and just clumsy. I wasn't like massive on it. I do like his ability, bringing out the like claw arms and just destroys anything, because Leon doesn't really have an ability like that. Yeah, he gets faster with his shots. They do more damage, but like for the most part, it's not that good. Luis has that dynamite that he drops. It's like super overpowered, but he moves like a slug. And then you've got Hunk, where if you can get Hunk unlocked, I'm not sure how you unlock the characters, because I just kind of like started playing, right? I got an S rank with Leon on Village, like automatically, straight away. That's how easy S rank is to get. So if you're worried about getting S ranks or Mercenaries for the hand cannon, it's a joke, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I got the S rank with Leon, and then when I tried to do Luis on the castle, I was like, oh, I'm not going to like this, because he felt really weird to like play with at first. I still got an S rank, and then I only got an A rank when I did the island with Krauser. But all the characters are unlocked at that point, so I was like, I didn't get the hand cannon anyway from that mechanic. I would have already had it, so it can't unlock for me. But I've gone back now when I got this playthrough here, you're saying, because when somebody said on stream, you can get it with this and this and this, and I was like, right, let's just get an S rank. Let's see how hard it is to get an S rank. I didn't even kill all the enemies here. I did 111 and I still got it done. Like, you don't have to worry about getting the hand cannon at all. It's so easy to achieve. There's an S plus and an S plus plus to get. Getting an S is easy. If you can do it with Leon, which Leon's open from the get-go, there's really no reason to worry about it. There isn't. I haven't tried Leon in the castle yet, because obviously that has the twin Garrador moment, which I'm not even sure how that's going to play being Leon on that, because he hasn't got any like overpowered moves. Because Krauser, you would just do that and just like smash them with like the claw arms. Luis, I used dynamite originally. And Hong Kong's got infinite ammo machine gun that just like tears through shit. It is cool when you tear through some Ganados, like the monks, and like they just split in half because of the amount of gunfire, and it's like, damn, that's cool. It really is. Honestly, this game is just a game that keeps on giving, and I can't, honestly, I didn't like Separate Ways in the original. I'm looking forward to Separate Ways coming out. I just want more of this game. Please, Capcom, get RE9 in development. I need more Resident Evil, and please make it like this. Make it like this. Alright, people, are you enjoying Mercenaries? Do you like the fact that it's got microtransactions now to get, like, exclusive tickets, which really isn't a big deal, but it is a thing. It does exist. I see people, like, blowing that out of proportion online, and it's like, I get it, but like it's really not that big of a deal. You're just gonna cheapen the experience for yourself. But yeah, you do that. Easy hand cannon unlocked with Mercs. Mercs is a ton of fun to play. Do you give a shit about achievements? Do you not really care? Like trophies and shit. Do you even care about Mercs? Maybe some people are just like, it's just like an arcade mode. I don't really care. I just want to play like the main campaign. Which, I mean, more power to you. Play the game the way you want to play it, not how other people want you to play it. Alright, people, let me know what you think in the comments down below, but that's all I got. I'll catch you later.